Alright, YouTube, Subject250 here, and this is the first of two parts. I'm going to split this up into two parts. Hold on, I'm going to sort of walk over here where it's light. Okay, hope that provides a little bit better lighting. But today we're making an ultimate welder cart out of this Milwaukee 300-pound capacity dolly. It's like a nice powder coat finish, but I don't have to grind it off in a couple places. But as you can see, I had the idea where I need to do a job, and I need to take my TIG welder to the job. My clutch welder right over there. And, you know, I wanted a cart to mount my argon bottle to. So, and it's just my 60 cubic foot right there from Airgas, argon compressed. And this is what I use for TIG welding. This is actually the original tank that I bought for my scratch start TIG. Has about 500 PSI left in it, so it's almost empty. I'm going to have to trade it in soon. But, anyways, I got to thinking, you know, it seems a little silly just to make this. This looks kind of goofy, honestly. So it's probably going to look kind of goofy in the end, but I wanted to make a place for this welder to mount on the back. And some electrodes, you know, like stick electrodes and stuff, you know, that I could take with me. Or I might just leave the electrode parts on. This might just be an all-in-one TIG welder cart, because this is going to be pretty handy in a project. I am going to be, this is a big project reveal, I'm going to be building a large submarine, so if you say I'm nuts, then I've already heard that, move on. But this will come in handy. Not that I'm going to be using TIG, but I'm not going to be using those little, like, little cans of 7018 either. I'm going to be buying like a big 50-pound tin of the 332nd Excalibur stuff, so that's pretty good. But I take it you guys don't want to be here and listen to me rant, so you want to see this. Now, this is only a 300-pound capacity dolly, so I have no idea exactly how thick these tubes are, but I'm assuming they're about maybe 1/8 inch, and that's about the thickness. This angle is, it's old, it's rusty, it's part of a bed frame. No idea what kind of steel content this has, but, you know, it's a non-critical project. It's going to hold 9 pounds of welder. So, what am I concerned about? We're also going to have places for the TIG torch, the leads, the gas hose, and the ground lead, all that stuff. But, you know, we might as well get started cutting. Now, I measured my welder, and for those of you who are wondering how large this thing is, it is about, let's see if I can do this one-handed. It's about 11.5 inches long, and it's about 5 inches wide. It's hard to do one-handed. But anyways, because of the curve in this, right here, because of the curve here, now if I was holding a bigger argon bottle, that might help, because, you know, I can butt the bottle up against that, and it's only held in the bungee cord, so as you can see, it's kind of, oops, shouldn't hold it there, it's a little wobbly. I'm planning to buy some ratchet straps, probably had some D-rings on, but too cheap, whoops. But, so we're going to probably make this go out about, maybe, 6 inches. I'm actually going to measure from here to here and measure out from here and figure out where 5 inches is, but because, you know, this curved piece, I don't want to take the time to hammer it flat. So probably about 6.5 inches. I can actually show you guys here. Now, if you want to stop listening to me ramble, let's see if I can do this one-handed without shocking myself either. That would get a lot of views. Now, if you want, if you're one of those people who wants to see the welding, then go ahead. But if you want to build one of these for yourself, then this is probably pretty critical. I want the welder to probably go right about there, so, you know, if it's pressed out right about there and straight, I'd give that a good inch. So we'll do 6.5 inches. And so, without further ado, we might as well get started cutting things up. But actually, one more thing. It is summer for me where I live, and it is ridiculously hot. I'll plug that in later. And as you notice, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt to protect my arms from sunburns. I will be using TEG, which does not throw sparks, but it can give you a nasty sunburn. I'm also wearing a pair of old pants. I mean, these are getting close to not fitting me, but yeah. So let's cut one 11.5-inch piece and two 6-inch pieces. Let's do it. And to mark out this fine piece of angle iron, we are going to be using this fine Inksol from our friends at Milwaukee Electric. I'm not being sponsored by them. This is just kind of cool. It's like a Sharpie. And I mean, you notice it's a lot like a Sharpie, but you also notice if you buy one, it's like they're like $2, $3. They're a lot lighter than a Sharpie, and if you're working in a construction zone, it has this nice hard hat clip, and it claims it'll mark on metal, wood, plastic, even like that slippery plastic that Sharpie never sticks to, and rusty metal, all that stuff. So, without further ado, let's get started. Just thought I'd show you what I'm marking with. Okay, so I got all the 3 pieces of angle cut out and smoothed out with a flat disc, and I test fitted my welder. Too small to fit on the inside, but it might work if the shelves get kind of like that. Also, I figured out that I had to kind of notch the angle, and I think that's kind of why it was too small. But so we're gonna have a little bit of some gaps to weld up. It's not gonna be too fun, but I think we can manage if I just turn the amps down a little. Yeah, it's supposed to go like this. So this is how the frame is going to look. This one doesn't have too many gaps in it, unless you count that, but I can turn the amperage down. This one has a gap right there, so we're going to turn the amps down. So let's welder this thing up, and we're going to tack with this 1/16 filler rod and probably weld it out with some 1/8 inches because I don't have any 3/32 inch. Oh, also, I ground down on the tube where I want this thing to be mounted. So let's come over here. No, it's closed. This way is open. Which way is open? Crack open. My argon. Great, now I need to come over here, open that up, and because I'm trying to save on gas, look at that pressure. Set the ball right about there. Okay, let's get everything tacked together.